Hola, ¿qué tal amigos de Dallas Cowboys en 60? Esta vez vamos a tener un podcast un poco distinto. Estamos muy contentos de los invitados que vamos a tener el día de hoy. Y bueno, para empezar, quiero presentarles aquí a Rix Valdés, que también es parte de todo el staff de, de Freak NFL. Y bueno, él es representante de los Tennessee Titans. ¿Qué tal, Rix? ¿Cómo estás?
Hola, muy bien. ¿Y tú, Laura? Gracias por la invitación.
Y bueno, pues estamos aquí muy contentos de que puedas compartir hoy el día con una estrella literalmente de los emparrillados de los Cowboys de los años 90, exjugador de los Cowboys en ese tiempo donde de verdad era la hegemonía a todo lo que da de este equipo y por supuesto leyenda, el gran George Teague. Hello George, how are you? Welcome to Dallas Cowboys in 60.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me on today. I really look forward to it. I always love spending time with you guys and being able to talk about the Dallas Cowboys and football.
Yeah. And well, I want to, for our audience, tell us about now, what are you doing now? You are working in the media, not?
Yes, so I on Sunday mornings I do. I'm a NFL analyst. Work with CBS here locally in Dallas. So in Dallas and Fort Worth, and get to cover all of the Dallas Cowboy football games every week. So it's been good. It's been really fun, doing that and having my own podcast like you're doing called Teague's Take. But I also work at a school, high school, as athletic director. So I get to work with the youth.
Okay, and for all the people who are distracted and don't know who is George Teague, I want you, taking the context, we remember that great moment when you defend the star in Texas Stadium in this game against to the Niners, no? So tell us about this feeling of, when happened that and all the things around of that moment.
Yeah, that was a it was a great time, but it was I don't know, Terrell Owens, he was acting a little different that game. So we were playing in the old Texas Stadium against the 49ers. It was super hot outside, and we were losing. And he was talking a lot of trash. And I basically had enough of it after he went out to the star again and went out, bam, gave him a good whack on the field. But it's something that I treasure. I think it's a big moment in my career, just to be able to have that opportunity and the support from the Dallas Cowboys to to play for the team.
Yeah, it was a very great moment, and we remember we love that because we feel, I don't know, something complicated when we saw Terrell Owens doing that. No, so thank you, George, for all of the Cowboys. In the name of the Cowboys fans, thank you really. And of course, in this podcast, we want to know your opinion about the team, no, in this season. What is your diagnostic about for all the job that I make in this season?
I think I'm actually happily surprised because in the beginning when Dak got hurt, we really weren't really sure how it was going to be having Cooper Rush in the beginning of the year, then having him win those games and get us a position now to where we're sitting in a good position to be able to go in the playoffs. I was very surprised to be here, but I'm happy because the offense is rolling now. We're scoring a lot of points. And I think it's going to be hard to deal with. And I'm sure we'll talk about Dak and all the rest of the guys. But the offense is doing good. I know the defense is kind of slowed down a little bit. But we got to – the spot that I'm worried about is did we really show up the corner position, moving Bland out there? Did that really, really help? And I think that's going to be positive. But now I think I'm more worried about Van Der Esch being hurt. Yeah. Especially when we play against someone like the Titans, who like to run the ball.
No worries.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry's questionable, so I don't think he's going to play.
No, I just saw some things come out that say it was doubtful that he was going to play. So, all right.
Rix,
yeah,
do you have a question?
Easy peasy. No, not question. Just like I'm really worried about this game since the beginning of the year, because the same as Terrell Owens, we did the same back in 2088, I guess.
Yeah,
it was a Monday night. when Kevin Byard stepped on the star, and he did the same. The Terrell Owens. So I don't know. Maybe it's like when the Ravens did it to us. I don't know. For me, it's like kind of dumb to do that.
It is. Things I don't know why guys do that. Really, I don't understand why. There's a lot of ways that you can celebrate. Even back then, you could do a lot of things. But going out to the star or to a logo, that's crazy. You
stay classy.
Yes, act like you've done it before. You can win the game, but when you take it too far, that's when it gets crazy. So, this game, I don't know if because of the youth and the age of this Dallas Cowboy team, I'm not really sure that they're necessarily going to take anything in account from what it may have happened from the Titans game in the past. I really think they're just really focused on now that, hey, there's a legitimate chance, far-fetched, but a good chance that the Cowboys could end up with a bye. If the Eagles lose, we win, there's one game closer. So they should be coming out. And if the Titans don't have Derrick Henry, I'm Malik Hooker, or what's the quarterback's name?
Malik Willis.
Yeah, Malik, if he's playing, if you have a backup in there, then hopefully the Cowboys should have a pretty decent game on the road.
I think you're gonna win. Like, I'm pretty sure. Like, the injury list, the Titans injury list is long.
Yes.
Long. Like, I think we're gonna play with just the reserves. And for me, I think is the best thing they can do. Like, rest your key players for the most important game of the year against the Jaguars. Because it doesn't matter if we lose this or if we win this coming Sunday. The big game is against the Jaguars, the next one on week 18.
Yes.
So for me, I think it's good if they rest the players, like the key players.
I hope they do, because hopefully we could rest a little bit, because I know Pollard is a little bit banged up now. I know he didn't practice fully. We got to get our guys back too. It's a long NFL season. Listen, a lot of people, they know how physical the game of football is, but you really don't know how physical it is until you're actually out there hitting and running and crashing into these guys. Even when I played, it was physical, probably more physical in the sense of how we could hit. But now the guys are bigger, they're faster, they're stronger, and those collisions are, they're crazy. So guys need a little bit of rest, and you're right. I think the Titans should take a little bit of rest if they could. That would be best for them. But all I want is for the Cowboys to win the game. I just want us to win.
But you have divided your heart, no, George, because Derrick Henry from Alabama. Complicating things, no?
Yeah, that is true. And I love Derrick Henry. He is a beast. He is fun to watch him stiff arming people and pushing guys to the ground. But in this case, I am a Cowboys fan over
you're rooting for the Cowboys, not Alabama.
Yes, right. Plus, one of my championship fantasy football games, someone has Derrick Henry, and I don't want him to play because I want to win my fantasy football game too. So,
there you go.
George, what do you think?
For me, it's different because all my family is a Cowboys fan. Everyone. I'm the only Titan family.
How did you become a Titans fan then?
It's a crazy story because back in 1992, we used to go every holiday to Houston. So one day I asked my dad, like, why don't you take me to a game? I saw on the magazine they used to give on the airplane. And he said, like, yeah, if you get the tickets, let's go. Come on, I'm 12 years old. My English is not like, it's not good enough like to get tickets. Maybe it's gonna be like hard. But I got it. I got them. I got 3 tickets. I watched the Houston Oilers against the Buffalo Bills. The the game before the great comeback. I watched that game, and I was like, oh, I like this team. I like the colors, the city. So I bought all the t-shirt, the jacket. I still have my jacket. So that's when I became a Houston runner.
Oh, that's cool.
And I was between the Chargers and the Steelers, because someone gave me a helmet, one helmet of each team. I was like, oh, maybe I'm gonna cheer for the Chargers, but no.
So,
I became
if I send you a Cowboys jersey, will you become a Cowboy fan?
no. I used to have one Michael Irvin jersey.
Oh yeah, okay.
Because my dad used to bought me like jerseys and jacket as well. So yeah, I don't mind. I don't hate the Cowboys.
Yeah,
Like all my family cheers for the Cowboys. But
That's why
now it's
he's
like
here.
yeah.
exactly.
Okay. Well, that's good.
George, tell us about what do you think are the most strongest things about this team?
I think the emergence of CeeDee Lamb
Yeah,
has been really, really good. That's one big key piece, because we all kind of wonder, could he really be the number one guy? And I think he's showing that he can be. I think he had 10 catches for 120 yards in this last game, couple touchdowns. He's doing amazing. But then having both Zeke and Pollard play at the level that they're playing is opening up the whole offense. I think because they're different running backs. Zeke, hard nosed, power back, and I wouldn't want to hit him. He's a tough guy to be able to tackle. But then you got Pollard and his speed. The complementary is just different type of running, but they can run the same type of running plays, and they both can catch the ball out of the backfield. So having that component, we're loaded on offense. Really, we are. The tight ends that we have, I can go on and on about the offense. I think that's been really good. Hidden gem is still Dan Quinn, because he is putting together a pretty good defensive deal, and he's having to overcome with moving people around and the injuries. You lose Jordan Lewis, you lose Anthony Brown, lose two of your prominent DBs. Then the linebacker goes down, and then you got injuries on the line. He's piecemealing it all together. Strong points, offense, wide receivers, and running backs.
Yeah. And let's burn the social media. There be some things that they talk about, not Dak Prescott and McCarthy. If these guys will be the things or the people that we need to for go a Super Bowl now. No, do you really think Dak Prescott is the quarterback that we needed now for get it? And of course, all that things, all that polemic about if McCarthy really be to need to stay more time in Cowboys for make something more, or Sean Payton, many names about it. What do you think about that?
I think Dak Prescott is good enough to get us to the Super Bowl to play. I've said this before. I don't want to put him like as elite, right? He's not Mahomes. He's not.
Yeah.
It's in a different tier.
Yeah, he's not in that tier. He's in the second tier, right? I think he's like overall quarterback 9th, 10th, or 11th, probably the best quarterback in the league. So the top third, which is pretty good. He does have a couple of flaws. Watching the film and really watching the coach's film, you can see where he gets confused or might miss some certain things. But he can overcome that. I think that's going to be okay if he doesn't get too aggressive and take risk when he shouldn't take them. So I'm okay with that. Well, McCarthy, I think he's going to be in a hot seat if we don't win a playoff game. Out of all the good, if you get bounced in the first round, I don't see Jerry keeping a hold of him. We are too talented. You have a lot of good players, and we can't lose. He's going to have to win at least one. I think if he doesn't get to the NFC Championship, there'll still be a lot of talk about it. I don't know if it's Super Bowl or bust yet, but if he don't get to the NFC Championship, I think there will be a lot of stuff swirling around. who's the best guy to have it? Right now, Jerry Jones is being very aggressive. If you look, he's never really went and got free agents like this, and trying to trade for people during the year. He's getting hungry. He's getting a little older. He's got to get him a Super Bowl here pretty soon. So I wouldn't take Sean Payton out of the deal. I think if he thinks he can find a coach to take the guys that we have to the Super Bowl, he'll make some sacrifices to try to get the right coach in here, and that could be Sean Payton.
And I have a question so special for that things, because there be a lot of comments about Jerry Jones. Uh, I don't know, divided. No, he don't. Doesn't stay more time with the Cowboys because they can go on and making something more different than the other years. Or what happened with Jerry Jones? They not make the enough things for make it more winner the Cowboys. But you are so close from him, not? What is the feeling? What he feels about it? What's the vision about Jerry Jones with the team? Of course, I think he will to see the Cowboys winner again, not? Or what he feel about it?
Yes, he's always felt like he wanted to win. There's no doubt in that part. I think there's a different sense of urgency that he wants to get it now. He don't want to wait anymore. He sees a lot of teams buying guys, being really aggressive in free agency.
Improving.
Yes, like the Rams did. And then you see the Eagles who went and got all these guys, and now they're, ranked number 1 in the league. You saw what the Dolphins did, going to get all these players. I know Tua was hurt, but you saw how they got immediately better. And I think Jerry is like, okay, I need to get on this on this train, because although my way can work, it's taking too long. So being around Jerry and his family, I do know that he is willing to do anything he can to try to get this Super Bowl. And that's why OBJ came up, because he felt like that would be a big step. So what does he do? He go get T.Y. Hilton. Not OBJ, but you saw the big pass that he caught his pass game, right? So if that means he got to go get a coach to help him, I think he's been ready to be a little bit more cutthroat and saying, no, we're going to win. Because how old is he now? Is he 80? 77? He's up there pretty good. So he knows that his time's running out. He needs to hurry up and go get him another ring.
I think for him, he's a Super Bowl or bust. Especially how the other teams in the conference are. Because it's just the Cowboys, the Eagles, and the Niners. That's it.
Yeah.
For me. For me, are the strongest one.
No, I agree with you. I think that's, I was, if we had to play Tampa in the first round, I think that's kind of how it's lining up, but it could change. That one even worries me. I'm just as confident as I am. I'm still scared just because they got all these wide receivers. They got Mike Evans. Can we cover them? Godwin, Handle Fournette. Not so much as about Tom Brady. It's really about our secondary. Can we cover the guys on the other side of Diggs? Because Diggs still likes to take chances too. His eyes. He needs to play better with his eyes. But you said it. The 49ers, man, they scare me, man.
Yeah, me
especially
too.
the defense.
Yeah, so the defense is rocking and rolling, and then I know they got Purdy playing. He's playing good, but McCaffrey and get Debo Samuel's back and Ayuk, man, good Lord, and a strong defense, that could be a battle, especially if I don't know if we'd have to go to them if they come to us or how that would work, but I guess we probably wouldn't meet them until the championship game, huh?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
In real terms, no. What do you think is the point that the Cowboys arrive? I don't know, the conference, divisional, wild card. Where we see the Cowboys? Of course, we see the game with the Tampa, but Tom Brady is Tom Brady. No, you can discard this player. No, of course, have a lot of experience and all of that. But what is the real things that could happen with the Cowboys now?
Man, I think we have to get. We don't make it to the NFC Championship. I think it's been a lost cause. You say Super Bowl or bust. I think that's true for the coach, perhaps. But if we don't make it to the NFC Championship, I think this is. I think us fans will probably be hurt a little bit more just because you see the talent that we have. There's a lot of talent. I mean, I've been talking about the offense a lot, but just think about the defense. You got Parsons, you got D-Law, Wilson's playing really good in the secondary. Diggs. I mean,
it's a young team. The future is bright.
Yes. So, and I think we're built good enough because you said it is that we're still in the top tier. If you're doing power rankings on just of the NFC, we got to be in the top three. Yeah, we had some bad losses, but I think we'll be okay if we can get past a Seattle or a Tampa Bay. As you said, I think Dan Quinn, George Edwards, and Joe Witt. I think they can do a very good job of coaching the defense up to be able to shut down who we need to shut down once we get into the playoffs.
Yeah. And the question is for both. What we'll see in this game against the Titans. Rix, I don't know. The Titans have a formula, secret formula maybe there or something like that?
No, our secret formula used to be Brable. But right now, not even him. I don't know what's going on inside the team. Something is happening. Some people say that since that trade with the Eagles, like with AJ Brown, something happened there. They just fired John Robinson, the general manager, and there's a lot of talks about Vrabel going to Ohio. So I don't know. I don't know how we went from a Super Bowl contender to a rebuild team in 1 year. I don't know what happened. So right now we have our worst enemy is inside the team, the offensive coordinator. I don't know what's going on with him. We know our main player, it's Derrick Henry. He can win any game, but he used him just the first half, and the second half you can see him on the bench all the time. So I don't know what's going on. And especially with all these injuries that we have right now, trust me, I don't hope anything for tomorrow. The Cowboys will have a picnic tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah, especially with we're gonna play with our offensive line is the second one. So Micah Parsons will destroy Malik Willis. I'm pretty sure.
So I think your downfall. I think he's right on it. I think it started when they traded AJ Brown. I think that was a bad move. I mean, that not good, and the way that the Titans build their offense with the run game. So they're almost very similar to, my opinion, right? I think they're kind of built like the Ravens are kind of built. They want to run the ball. They want to take some shots when they can. The receivers might be a little bit different. But once they lost AJ, that hurt them bad. That hurt Henry bad. Tannehill getting hurt doesn't really help any at all. But you know what they haven't done a lot like they used to do is the involvement of the tight ends either. I don't know that they've done enough with the involvement of the tight ends to try to get play action and get some shots down the field with some guys. There hasn't been a lot of that either. So, he's taking a lot of shots, a lot of body shots, and that starts to hurt and wear down on you. And he probably needs some rest. But they need a Malik Willis because they need a guy that can complement their run. They need a running quarterback to fit that scheme, I think. So he can pull the ball, instead of doing it, Derek, pull it and go another way. That's just my opinion, though. Or what I think.
No, you're right. But Malik Willis is not ready for the NFL. That's my point of view.
No.
Like, he's not ready. He's not even our future. Like, because Tannehill, probably this will be his last year, or maybe the next one. But look, now with this offensive line, I don't know. Malik Willis is not ready. I don't know. So
No, he's not ready. You're right. And with all the injuries that you have, man, I think the game tomorrow night could get out of hand a little bit. I think our defense could smother them. If Derrick Henry's not playing, Malik Willis is in. I think you just start bringing pressure and make him throw a couple picks. And then I'm not even sure if their defense can stop us right now. Honestly,
no, even the defense is banged. Jeffrey Simmons, he will be out for tomorrow.
Yeah.
So nobody's playing.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna take a plane to Nashville tomorrow. Maybe I get a shot to play.
So do you think? And this, I want to ask you guys this: do you think? You know how the NBA kind of has rules where you can't rest guys like in primetime games? Yeah, have you heard of that rule? You can't just like sit LeBron and all these guys just to give them rest because of TV deal. They don't want you to sit guys. They can get in trouble for that.
Yeah, but we are not resting players just because. We are resting players because they are injured. Right?
Yeah.
Maybe for you, we'll apply that rule, but not for us. We don't have any option.
Okay.
Like, I would love to have two Derrick Henrys in the locker room, but it's not possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. He needs a complimentary back. He needs someone else to give him some rest. You can't run a guy, 30, 35, 40 plays a game.
And he's 29 years old.
Yeah, as big as he, how many hits he's had, that starts to wear on you.
He's not the same. He looks slow.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because the age or because for me, he looks bigger. Like, he loved workout during the off season, and this year looks bigger than before. Like, I don't know if that amount of muscle makes him slow.
Yeah. So I see it as he doesn't look as flexible, limber, loose. So it looks like he's running a little stiffer, which makes him look slower, is what you're saying. I don't know. We just got to get some hats on him. I know, not us, because he probably won't play at all. But he's got to get some rest. He's got to get in the cold tub, ice tub, go get massages, do all the stuff he needs to do to try to get himself ready. So when you guys play Jacksonville, then he can run through them. But your defense still going to have to come play against.
Exactly. So that's why he's not going to play tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because we're focused on Jacksonville, not on the Cowboys.
Okay.
Yeah, we can still lose, and the playoff chances are the same. We depend on that game against Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
And well, before finish, because we know the time is gold here, and George go. So I have two questions about the game for next Saturday, because we have the Sugar Bowl, and of course we know about all the expectations about this game. You will be there, and what do you think about that game?
Yeah, so I will not actually go to the game because I
Okay.
can't go to the game now because of the work that I do on CBS on Sunday. So I won't travel so I can prepare for the show on Sunday. I'm worried about the Alabama team in this Sugar Bowl because of kind of the same reasons, not having all of our guys. I know Bryce Young is going to play and Will Anderson is going to play. But I don't know if that's enough to beat a team like Kansas State, who wants to win for a different reason. They want to win to try to get on the map, to say I beat Alabama and, this kind of thing, where Alabama's kind of playing to try to get ready for next year, see who we got, and this kind of thing. And so I'm worried that that we're not going to be ready to play, against these Wildcats. So I'm going to watch the whole game, though. I'll probably be shooting a stream live just to be able to talk about it during the game, kind of break it down as it goes. But it does bother me a little bit.
Okay. And what's your opinion about, of course, Will Anderson and Bryce Young? You know, we will go to the draft. What are the expectations about these players?
So if you haven't seen Bryce Young, he is still kind of a little guy. The football that he throws, the way he throws, and all that is excellent. And you can play like that. But I'm worried about his size a little bit. I think he's going to have to get a little bit bigger, at least weight wise, maybe to sustain a good NFL career. He's gonna go high. I think he'll be one of the. If he's not, I think he might be the first quarterback to go out of this class. This was, I think he might be the first one to go. Will Anderson, he's going to be a dog. He's going to be a beast. Especially the more he's being taught, get around some other veterans to teach him different moves, because he doesn't have a whole lot of tools in his shed to be able to learn how to use his hands. Right now he's just being super strong and super fast. But once he actually learns from somebody, man, he's going to be tremendous. So in the end, I think we watch Will Anderson have a bigger impact earlier than Bryce Young.
This is the answer. So, George, thanks for everything, for these minutes for us with the Mexican fans. It's a pleasure always to have you with this experience, not? And of course, Rix, stay sharing with me, and of course, Matthew. It's a pleasure, I think. And see you soon. And of course, I want to invite you. I don't know if you can tell us about your project, about your podcast, and all of that, social media, where they can find you, of course.
Yes. First, I want to say thank you for having me come on. I really do appreciate it. I love being and speaking with you guys. It's not too often that I got to speak with people from Mexico and talk football and things of that nature. So I absolutely love it. So thank you for inviting me, for the opportunity. But if any of your fans want to check me out, my Twitter and Instagram handle is Teague Football, TEAGUE Football. Talk a lot of Cowboys, obviously, a lot of Alabama stuff, but I just like to have fun too, because I like to barbecue and I like to cook and smoke cigars and all this kind of stuff. So I just have a good time, and I do interact with the fans a lot on that. You can find me on Facebook as well, but I normally just post there. I don't normally interact with the fans. My podcast, Teague's Take Podcast, shown live on YouTube on Wednesday nights at 8:15. Got one tonight. And then me and my son do that, and we primarily talk more college stuff, but we will cover. We covered the World Cup a little bit. We covered, of course, Alabama football, the Dallas Cowboys. And tonight we're going to have to talk about Luka and the Mavericks and that amazing game.
Okay.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, so y'all come check me out. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. And I might have to get y'all on my show sometime too. That would be fun.
Yeah, that's good. Rix, ¿dónde te podemos encontrar a ti?
Thank you very much. First of all, thanks very much. It was my pleasure to talk with the NFL star. It's not quite often to do this, but thank you, George. And I'm at NFL freak _ NFL on Twitter, and Rix _ Valdés on Twitter and Instagram. So that's it.
That's it.
Talking about football, hockey,
Titans.
the Titans, soccer, a bunch of stuff, food, everything.
Muy bien, amigos. Bueno, pues esto fue nuestro capítulo aquí en Dallas Cowboys en 60. Así que muchísimas gracias. Y como ya saben, agradecerle como siempre la producción de Freak NFL que hace posible este podcast. Yo soy Laura Sandoval. Me pueden seguir en Facebook y en Instagram como Lautrec13 y en Twitter Lautrec. Y por ahí nos vemos. Chao.